Hello people, it's Thursday the 28th of November 2024 and I'm out on a camp. So for the last 10 days I've had the flu, the man flu, the bad one, you know, the one that nearly kills us. But you know, I pulled through, managed to survive. Anyway, today's been a bit of I've winged it really, because I've been feeling so on and off this last 10 days and itching to get out, because I was excited on Monday because my new Durston X Dome arrived, and then I watched a video with Andy Beavers out in his and I was dead impressed with it. So I couldn't wait to start feeling good enough to get out myself and test mine out. And also I've had a what they called a GoPro, the Hero 10, for 3 years, and I was talking to one of my neighbours, and he's in the industry, the film industry and stuff like that, and he told me that he's going to help me try and put a proper video together, because I'm just winging it now, aren't I, with my phone, you know that. So anyway, even though I got off to a late start today, I did start using my GoPro, and I did a bit of filming in the car park and then on the way up Grinsbrook Clough. Because yeah, I've not come out on any mad mission. I just wanted to get out, get some fresh air in my lungs, get a bit of a sweat on, and just get some exercise. Because honestly, when I say I've had man flu, I've been bad. I was terrible for 7 days. I didn't get out of bed other than just you know, when I need the bathroom and shower and something to eat. So yeah, so I've come out today, and I pitched this on Monday when it arrived in my garden, and then just to get my head around it. And straight away I thought, you know, it's a nice piece of kit. This super light. It's amazing, like what technology does, you know, into the outdoor industry. You know, everything's getting lighter and stronger and stuff like that. Performs much better. But before I bought the X-Mid, I watched a couple of YouTube videos, and I watched one with some American guy, I forgot what his name is now, and the pole snapped, because the carbon fibre poles, these X-Domes, and it kind of put me off a bit, and then I gave it a bit more thought, and that was a prototype, so it wasn't the finished you know, product. So I thought about it for a bit, and I thought, shall I wait? And this is before I purchased. I thought, shall I wait and see what happens? See if you know, it dies a death, or you know, it's a success and that. And then I thought, well, when good tents do come out, they do sell quick, and then you end up waiting for ages. So, and then I thought, well, I've got the X-Mid. I've actually had two of them. I had the dropped version first, and then the latest version and that. And I was always impressed with that. So I thought, well, you know, Dan Durston obviously knows what he's talking about. You know, he's you know, obviously he's out there doing it himself, and you know, obviously, like he's a very experienced tent designer, and I think when you're out there doing it yourself, and not just a product designer who's not passionate about what they do, they don't put as much into it, do they? So anyway, so I believed in him. I thought, yeah, it's gonna be something special, this. So when I first pitched it in my garden, it reminded me of when I'd been climbing for years, since I was 12 years old, and in total about 45, maybe 50 years, I'm not sure, but I climbed for a very long time. But I did have a period in my life where I was out of actual climbing, but I was out of it because I was kind of climbing for a living. I was doing rope access, working on buildings, doing cleaning and maintenance, and you know, all that kind of stuff. But I was working off to 11mm ropes back then. So when I managed to free myself from my business and then refocus on my climbing, a lot had changed in the technology in climbing. The ropes had changed massively. And, they'd gone from using like 11mm back in the day to these like 8-point-something millimeter, 8.7mm, whatever it was. And they call them skinny ropes. And my first experience with one of them was I was in the Verdun Gorge with my old mate, Alan Carn, who's a legend over in France. He's lived there for years. And I was just getting back into climbing again, getting my form back and that. And he says, do you fancy doing this Via Ferrata? So Via Ferrata is not proper rock climbing. It's it's bits of climbing, but it's mostly, using metal things in the rope and it's in the rock. Sorry, but when you're doing a Via Ferrata, you're using like slings on your harness and you're clipping them into cables and stuff like that. But when we get to the top of this route, and it's like 1,300 foot high route, it didn't top out. And what I mean by that is in rock climbing on the continent in Spain and France, a lot of the routes don't go all the way to the top. Like in the UK, they usually finish at the top when you walk down or abseil down or whatever. But on this Via Ferrata me and him was on, we get to the top and then he pulls this skinny rope out of his rucksack. Now, I'd not seen one before. When I was in business, I totally took my eye off the ball in the climbing world and that. And I stopped, just life gets taken over, doesn't it, when you've got a business. So anyway, when he pulls this rope out of his back, I'm not going to swear, but you can imagine what I said. There's no way I'm abseiling down on that with a few Fs. Well, quite a few Fs, actually. So he said to me, well, the only way down then is we'll have to reverse the route. And he said it's a lot harder to do that than it is to abseil. So I said, well, there's not a chance I'm abseiling on that, because in my mind I'd been working on double 11 mils in industry for ages, and I'd see this little skinny thing like that and I'm thinking not a chance. So anyway, so we ended up reversing this route. It took us hours, and it was hard reversing it as well because there's parts of it that are overhanging and stuff. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that, a few months after that, when I got back into climb, I started using them ropes, my confidence built up. So getting back to this tent, so when I first seen these carbon poles in my garden, and I'm feeling them, and I've got this imprint in my mind of this video that I seen. Yeah, we know now that it was a prototype, but I just was feeling the poles, thinking everything's super light here. The materials are dead light. And these carbon poles, they just feel like, brittle like matchsticks. And it kind of like, it's a worm in my brain at the moment because I'm thinking, is it really that strong? But then when I seen Andy's video, it's getting battered about in the winds, and I was quite impressed. So anyway, I've come out tonight, pretty much pitched it in the dark. I packed obviously I've got an head torch, I've got a torch on my watch, and I've even got this lamp as well, but I just was losing light quick, and I just got the thing out, erected my poles, got my pegs ready, pulled the thing out, and very quickly I got it pitched. And then I got inside it, and I'm sorting all my stuff out and what have you, and then I realised, there's two clips here that are not fully holding the roof out. And then I did that, I'm thinking, wow. And I started to look at it really closely, and it is an amazing tent. This is my first impressions, by the way, but it's got, magnetic, what they call these things that hold the doors open. It's got one on each side of the inner, and then it's got one on the outdoor doors as well. So it's got 4 in total, but it's just really, really well thought of. You can see as soon as you get in it, it's just really super well thought of, and it just feels so light. And when you, like you say, I've been, my first experience of tent was Van Gogh's Mark 1s, I think it was. Big canvas things with big, massive dead heavy poles and stuff like that. But yeah, we've come on a lot, and I'm dead impressed so far, I really am. Like I say, it's only my initial impressions. But yeah, I'm dead impressed. But I mean, look at the size of this porch. You know, you can play football in that. It's massive. I've got 2 shelves. There's another one down there in the corner. But yeah, I'm dead impressed. And it's surprising as well. It always surprises me with mesh inners. You know, like on my phone, on my watch rather, it's telling me that the outside, well, my phone's telling me the outside air temperatures feels like -3, and in Hope and Edel it's 1 degrees. But when you have these mesh inners, it's amazing. Like, you know, when the doors are shut, how much warmer it is than having them open. But yeah, I'm going to be lovely warm tonight. I've got my pannion with me, and I've also got me enlightened equipment quilt as well. Not the synthetic one, I forgot what you call it. I'm going to swap them over in a bit, get the synthetic one on the outside, but then I might even be too warm with both of them on. Yeah, but I'll strip off all my down and that. But yeah, like I say, first impressions, and I'm mega impressed. I really am. But I also want to talk about my winter kit in general. So yeah, I've come out and pretty much to the gram, everything weighs 9 kilograms. So I'll give you a run through now from the top of my head, and then what I'll do is on my video I'll do a full list and put exactly you know, what I've got with me. So sleep wise, I've brought the light AF mat. I normally bring a reflective one, but I was out with Andy Beavers a couple of 3 weeks, or might even be a month now, and I had my reflective mat, and he had his light AF mat, and they just reminded me that they are better because, you know, they do provide an extra barrier of insulation, but they just stop your mat sliding about, don't they? So yeah, so I'm back on this now. I've shelved the reflective one for a bit. So then I think it's snowing. I can hear some clicking. Yeah, it's snow. It did say it was snowing at around 7 o'clock, and it's, what time are we on? 18:47, so yeah, bang on time, more or less. Yeah, so then I've got me Nemo Extreme Conditions mat. I've got my Cumulus Panyam sleeping bag. Bear in mind this is a custom bag, so the standard 600 fill, but this is 650. I've had extra fill, and it's a bit extra, it's extra wide as well, mine. And then I've got obviously my X Dome tent. I've got the Zpacks 70 litre rucksack, the Arc Haul. I've got my Petrel 600ml pot and my Soto Windmaster with the Triflex. Got my Sea to Summit mug. I've got my Sea to Summit plastic spoon, long handle spoon. I've got my Montbell Down boots. I've got them on. Honestly, if you haven't got a pair of down boots, no matter what brand it is, just get them. It is the end. You get your feet in them. You know, they're not going to be cold. So I'm just going to tell you about all the stuff that I've been carrying, not the stuff that I've got on. That's another story. But so in my pack, I had a spare pair of Smart Wool socks. So yeah, so the Smart Wool socks, the Montbell Down boots. I've got the Rab Argon down trousers. Underneath them, I've got these Alpha Tech leggings. I think it's called Fairpoint. I got them from Valley and Peak. Lovely, like the Senchi tops. And then, so I also had a Senchi. I've got it on now. This is only the 90. I was debating whether, because I've got a few of these, whether debating to use the 121 or what. Anyway, this one's the 90. And then I've actually got a sun hoodie as well. So that'll go over that and make a nice sandwich of warm air. I have 3 pairs of gloves. I've got my Timbrers gloves. You know, I love them. Brilliant for icy cold wet weather. And then I've got a pair of 4-class decathlon liners with the touchscreen things as well. And then I've also got a pair of Montbell Prisms. I always keep them in my pocket, you know, just in case my hands get cold with them. And then, yeah, I've got the Cumulus, what is it now? Is it the Neolite, I think it's called? Yeah, jacket. This is an amazing jacket. It's the loft. All Cumulus gear. The loft is incredible on it, honestly. I've got 2 bags and 2 jackets, and to me, in the class, they're lightest and they're the best, you know, without a doubt, because I've had everything. I've had PhD, Rab, mountain equipment, the works, and these are the ones that I'm most satisfied with. But it's not just about the weight and the loft and stuff like that. It's actually the fit as well. So they've got quite strange sizes on the Cumulus jackets, because this is an XL, and in Rab stuff I take an L. But I find that certain clothes, because of my build, because what I want to get across is that my opinions are only my opinions, and they're built around what works for me best. Because it's like, if you go back to sort of like ordinary, you know, standard clothing, there's a company called Next in the UK, and I can't wear anything from there, because you need to be sort of like very tall and lean, and you know, be long limbed. If I get a shirt off them that fits my shoulders and my back and my chest, the length of the arms is ridiculous. But I just think that, you know, over the years I've developed quite a broad back from, you know, years and years of climbing and stuff like that, and it's just, this Cumulus stuff, it just fits you better. I tend to find that the Rab stuff is, you don't know, it's like the shoulders are more narrow and what have you, and I always have like have to get like, you know, they always have like long arms or whatever, where this one just, you know, it just fits me right anyway. So I'm not slagging off Rab, because, you know, they've been around for years and they do proper quality gear, but it's just me, you know. I'm kind of like barrel chested really, and I've got quite big forearms and stuff like that. So yeah, so if I'm saying something's good, I mean it's good for me. You know, if you're more of a lean runner type build, then, you know, you might find something, some other brand fits you better. But yeah, but again, in terms of performance though, this is the business, this Cumulus stuff. It's, you know, when I had PhD stuff, I just always found it wasn't warm enough for you know, the statistics what they had on the website, and, you know, what they claimed. It just never seemed to work for me. It cost an absolute fortune as well. But anyway, that's the end of the jacket bit. So yeah, so I've got a merino wool beanie as well, a spare beanie, and the 3 pairs of gloves. I've said that, haven't I? And then, yeah, my usual backup stuff. So on my pack, I always carry like a field dressing thing. It's like a first aid thing, similar to what it is what they have in the army. You know, it's for really deep cuts, but it's like vacuum packed, so it's only about that big. But I keep that in my shoulder pouch, along with my other stuff that I might need fast, like toilet roll and stuff like that. And yeah, I've also got like a basic first aid kit with me, and then all my electrics as well. And by the way, on the subject of electrics, what I would highly recommend is this. So this bag is from Alpkit, and it's fleece lined. So obviously it's made for, you know, warming up your dehydrated meals and stuff like that, but I put everything in it. I use it for my dehydrated meals. I have all my electrics in there, so I've got my radio in there, my night core, power bank, me, what do you call it, GoPro, everything that's electrical is in there. My pump, flex tail pump I've got, and whatever. But anyway, I'm waffling now, so if I forgot anything, I will do my a list on the video, and then, you know, if you're interested in getting your kit down to 9 kilos for a winter, I mean, what I've got here, I would quite happily go down to -15, no problem at all. Maybe not the 10, because I'd want to be in a proper 4-season in. I'm not saying this tent couldn't stand up to 4-season. I reckon it probably could, you know what I mean? I've seen Andy's video, and that was 4-season conditions without a doubt. So yeah, just with a mesh in it, I wouldn't be, you know, mega happy about, you know, spending too much time in the cold. But like I say, once this thing's zipped up, it's actually all right. Oh yeah, and I've got this lamp thing. I forget what you call it. Again, I'll put it down on my list. Plus, I've got my pet cell binder. I think that's about it, really. But yeah, so I am going to settle down for the night and get comfy, watch a bit of YouTube and listen to a bit of radio. But one thing I want to tell you, so you'll know tomorrow where I am, because when you watch my next video, you realise where I am. And it's a very popular spot in Kinder Scout. And I turn up tonight, and I'm kind of getting a bit wound up before I get here, thinking, oh, there's going to be loads of shit here and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I get here, and it's absolutely immaculate. But that was right in the middle of where everybody pitches. So, and a single Hillyberg peg. So it's the type you get with the Enon and the Acto. So yeah, so whoever you are, if you've got a Hillyberg peg, you obviously know your kit. So I'll forgive you for leaving it. You've obviously got out in the dark or whatever and missed the peg, and then the fuel bottles fell out of your stuff, whatever. So yeah, it's obviously somebody's mistaken that. But what I always do, and what you should do before you leave anywhere, is have a good look around, walk around, even if it is in the dark. Get your head torch on, because if you leave one of them stuck in the ground like this was, and then some poor sod like me comes and puts his 250 quid Nemo Extreme Conditions mat on it and it pops, I'm going to rip your head off next if I find out who you are. So yeah, so don't leave them. I think that's it now. Yeah, I've done my moan. I've told you what gear I've got. Oh, by the way, that weight, that 9 kilos, is without me water, because it's all my food. But even my bag of nuts weighs 200 grams. Them things, they weigh 200 grams. So I've got a main meal. I had a sandwich, pasta bolognese, and then there's about 4 soups and some coffees and stuff like that. And a double Snickers size thing and what have you. And 2 1 litre Avenue water bottles, which was empty when I weighed my pack. I filled them up at the Fountain of Youth on the way up here. Right, I'm getting off. I bid you all a good night and happy adventures. And whoever left this, if you do let me know, I'll let you have it back. Right then, good night and God bless.